In this video, we're going to be discussing the graphical touchscreen for the use out at the counters. So let's take a look at what can be done with a user-definable graphical touchscreen. I select the touchscreen icon. It'll prompt me for my sales ID, and I'll click OK. This is the touchscreen. And as you can see, we have the ability to group our products together. So if I'm looking for ice machines and I click the ice machine, I'll get a list of what I have in stock for a ice machine. So by selecting this one here, I can look at details, see a picture of it, see how many I have in stock, what my price is, or I can just say select, and that will bring my ice machine over to my transaction window. We also have the ability to assign this to sale to a customer. So by selecting customer list, I can select Blue Point Grill. And once again, there are many options here. We have mapping, we have SMS texting, where we can text a message right to the customer's cell phone. We can send an email to the customer. All right, we're going to go ahead and select that customer. It's going to ask us what destination for our destination tax. So now this particular sale, even though it started out as a quick sale for no customer, can be applied to a new customer right in the middle of the sale. So if I also select my inventory list, I can do searches for items. For example, if I'm looking for a search on a description, I can look for range. And what this will do is will give me all the items that have the word range somewhere in them. So if I select this one, again, if I wish to use details, I can see a picture, see how many I have. I have remote sites, so I have some also at remote sites. And then it's going to prompt me for what serial number I'm using on this particular item. So I'm going to select that the oldest one. So now I've brought my range, I brought my ice maker, and if it's time to tender, I just click the tender button. If I want to hold this as a job or hold it as an order because it's not going to be delivered right away, I can just click either of these two buttons. So I'm going to click tender. Wants to know what is the customer's purchase order number. And we can have the system force a purchase order number every time for customers. Now on my tender screen, I have a lot of options. I can pay cash for it. I can take a check. I can do a credit card or a debit card, or a gift card if they have a gift card that we gave them on a refund. I can use a finance company who will take and finance the cost of this item. If they have credit cards, I can click credit card on file, and it uses a tokenized PCI compliant stored credit card. Or I can click on account. Now when I click on account, it's going to say, hey, this guy's credit limit is not high enough to buy this. So all I do is adjust the credit limit. I can either allow this charge without changing the customer's credit limit, or increase the credit limit to this dollar amount. So I'm going to say increase that guy's credit limit, and now go ahead and put it on account. If you want to print a packing slip, if I say yes, and we'll do a preview, it's going to print a delivery ticket or packing slip, and this is where the customer will sign to accept it. And then it says, all right, let's print the actual invoice, and here we have the invoice, and it's got the serial number and the description of what the customer purchased. We say we put on account, and with the sales tax, etc., this is a dollar amount, and we have their GST number here. Okay, so that's how the ability to sell from the touchscreen. And so if we wish, we can now kind of go back into the manager mode. And in the manager mode, we have under maintenance, definitions, invoicing, touchscreen. This is where we actually create and modify these touchscreens. And when I say we, I mean someone on your staff, or we will help you if you need it. But you can go ahead and create your own buttons utilizing a thing called controls. Here's a list of all the possible buttons that are available to you to add to your screens. And you can have jump screens where you jump, like for example on my ice machines, under my properties, I'm telling it to jump to page 50 to give me a list of the ice machines that I'm selling. So all it depends on what the function is going to be. You'll have your controls where you'll drag the item over, and then once you have the item over, for example return, you'll go to properties and you can see there's predefined buttons, or there's a specific part, or jump to another screen with a bunch of parts, or start a package where there's multiple parts in one package and we sell it for one price, but we take out of inventory 5 or 6 items. We can have it do an external program, so right from the touchscreen it can jump to an Excel spreadsheet, or it can jump perhaps to your auto quote. So if you need to do a quick lookup in auto quotes, you can create a button that will go right to auto quotes and then come back from auto quotes as soon as you close auto quotes. So this information again is something we have documentation on, but we will be glad to assist you when you first start making your own screens. When I close this, you want to save my changes, I can say yes. And now I'm back here where I can go to the touchscreen whenever I am at the counter. And these are very handy when you use the actual finger touchscreen. Touching these items will make it go right to that particular feature. So let's just do a quick item here, and we'll select that. And then if we want to discount that item, we just click discount. We can discount the amount of the total. We can discount it as a percentage of this item, or we can do a global discount that discounts all the items on the screen. So if I just click discount and put a 10% discount in, this item is now discounted the 10%, and now this is my new cost. And of course I've got my sales tax down here below. Okay, so that's basically how that works, and I hope you'll find this to be a very useful tool. Thank you.